Today on the channel, we unbox the Walmart exclusive, Canadian exclusive, Canadian Superstars Jakks 3-pack. Welcome everyone back to the channel. Kyle here as always, and today we got an unboxing of one of our favorites. I know a favorite video a lot of you guys on the channel is when we unbox these old Jakks Ruthless Aggression figures, and that is what we're doing today. But we're doing a special one. We're doing a Jakks box set. I love these box sets. I'm sure some of you guys do as well. It's kind of the lost art. Mattel doesn't give us a whole lot of box sets. We've had a few over the years, but nothing like Jakks used to do. And Jakks would do them all the time for specialty retailers, you name it. And this one included, as this is a Walmart Canada exclusive. Talk about a deep cut. You know, Walmarts are a little different up in Canada. They're not in every corner like they are in a lot of the United States, especially the Midwest United States, where I got about 11 Walmarts within easy driving distance of myself. So they're everywhere around here. But Walmart, I don't think in Canada is the same every corner type thing. But makes an exclusive like this from back in the day pretty hard to get. And this is what I've been chasing down for a long time. This Christian is one I need for my Jakks Classic Superstars. Jakks Ruthless Aggression. Sorry, not Classic Superstars. Set. So I got this actually from a buyer or seller up in Canada. Got a screaming deal on it. This was damaged. The cellophane on the front is cracked. It got pointed in. So this is nothing that an MOC collector is going to want. Perfect for a guy like me that wants minty, loose, right out of the package. I figured it'd be a great unboxing to do. So with that being said, let's nail it down. Let's look at this package and see what it is. Look at the great packaging here. You got the Canadian flag, Canadian Superstars. You got that SummerSlam logo up top. You got the WWE logo. In between, you got the Canadian maple leaf. There's just a lot of stuff going on with this packaging on this one. You got pictures of everybody that's included in here. You know, everybody says, oh, that's so Jakks. It would be really that's so Jakks if they put a non-Canadian superstar in the package. But luckily for us, they got 3 Canadian athletes, so that is cool. On the top, you got the picture of the group there. Canadian Superstars, it says. Superstar Canadians. Same thing on the bottom there. And then on the side, you got kind of the same thing. And the same thing on the other side. And then you got the back. Typical Jakks. Jakks did a good job of promoting themselves. And I think it's a lost art these days in a lot of toys. I love stuff like this as a kid. You'd see all the other figures that you needed or were upcoming or you would see soon. Gave you a little bit of a checklist and what you're looking for in the store. None of that really exists a whole lot anymore. We see it a little bit on basics and elites, kind of down at the bottom, but nothing to this extent anymore. So I always think that's pretty cool there. So there you go. Let's open this up. First impressions, I don't see any issues with any of these figures in the package. I see a steel chair back there, and you know there's got to be a story around that steel chair. We also see a hockey stick, and that's an easy story we can do, but I'm not sure with this other thing. It almost looks like one of those fold-out little mini tables if you're going to eat your dinner at like in front of the TV on the couch and you fold it out like a TV tray. That's what that looks like. So I don't remember seeing that before. So I can't wait to dig in and find out what the deal with that accessory is. And we'll see what I can come up with off the top of my head. Obviously, I'm not making any of these things up. It's all legit stuff, of course. There's the box all done. See you later. What do we got here? So a cool background, a little like Canadian maple leaf with the accessories taken to it. You also got the security tag. As we know up in Canada, apparently Walmart's, there's a lot of theft. They had to put that in there. So that makes sense. Let me get these guys out while I can. There's one. There's 2. See you later. Let's look at these guys in their old plastic prison there. Take a little sneak peek here. You got Christian, you got Trish Stratus, you got Jericho. If you guys remember back to Raw, there were some pay-per-views too. There was a little bit of a love triangle kind of going on here, and a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So I assume that's what this represents. I forgot to look at the year on the box, but it makes sense. We'll get Christian out. We'll get Trish out. Jericho out. That's it there. See you later. All right, and I don't believe I have a hockey stick. I'm sure somewhere along the lines, Jakks came out with a hockey stick somewhere else, but I don't have one, and I will put it with this Jericho. I'm also not sure if this Jericho, I think it's pretty close. I think there's other Jerichos that are very similar to this. I'd have to do some double checking. It would be great if this is exclusive to here. It gives me a little bit, I feel like I'm buying this just for the Christian. I would love it if I'm buying it for the Jericho as well. Jericho comes with a hockey stick, of course, as we all know his dad, Ted Irvine, New York Rangers legend. So there's no funny stories about this one. This one makes sense, and it's a little, it's probably a little insensitive to my Canadian viewers out there. Isn't that kind of just like stereotyping that you guys would have a hockey stick with you? I mean, we love hockey up in the north of the United States, but nothing like you Canadians apparently that, you know, we have to put a hockey stick in there. But I want to believe it's because of Jericho's dad, so there it is. I really like that Jericho hockey stick accessory. I will display him with the hockey stick. Give it a little point of difference. Not a bad figure. We've seen this Jericho before. Different incarnations, different styles. I'll have to check. I think this is a totally different figure from what I had before. I think it's exclusive to this set 100% because I think the coloring is just a little different. I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure. But either way, great to have a minty version of this. No complaints out of me on this one. This is a slam dunk Jericho. Kind of a shorter body mold on this Jericho too, but a great figure. I always liked this one and the different incarnations of this head that we've gotten over the years. Next up, we got Trish Stratus. It's an okay figure. This is technically a Titantron figure. It's got that Titantron articulation for the females. Right on her butt here, it says Stratusfaction, 100% guaranteed. I am sure of that. But yeah, an okay Trish. I don't love this body. I don't hate it. It's not the best. It's not the worst. But it got overused in the time frame, and I hated that it sneaked into the Jakks Ruthless Aggression days. But an all right figure. They even did her hand or fingernails there are painted red, which is a nice touch. That's a little attention to detail. I also like these female figures as they stand way better than a lot of others. So that is 1+ for this body mold that we see out there. But all in all, a very good head scan as well on Trish Stratus. You know, Jakks did a lot of really good heads. I mean, you're thinking these are 10, 15-year-old heads at this point. They were very cutting edge for their time and still hold up to this day. You can't say that going back Star Wars toys back in the early 80s. I mean, as much sentimental value as those have, they don't have the looks of the figures. They don't even look like them half the time. But these do. You know right away who they are. So I do enjoy that. So there's the Trish, and let's see. Now let's figure out this accessory. This one I never knew until I started looking at it was in here, and it's exactly what I thought it was. This is a TV tray, and I believe if I could be mistaken on this one, but there was no such thing as TV trays in Canada till about the mid-2000s. They'd never heard of it. You Canadian viewers can back me up, I'm sure. Nobody knew what a TV tray was. But then, Christian, I believe this is Christian's accessory. He moved down to Florida, and he, got into the Florida lifestyle and the American culture and everything, and then learned all about Thanksgiving. I think there is a Canadian Thanksgiving. It's a different time than the American Thanksgiving, obviously. But Christian learned all about Thanksgiving, and he went over to one of his buddies' houses. Let's just say he went to Ken Shamrock's house. I'm pretty sure that was it. I was kind of thinking there. But let's just say he went to Ken Shamrock's house for Shamrock's big Thanksgiving feast. I think he still holds that Thanksgiving feast to this day. We'd have to ask the guys at Impact, but I think he invites all the boys over, everybody over, big Thanksgiving feast. Well, the house is full. He's got a huge kitchen table, Ken Shamrock. I think it seats like 20. It's a crazy table, but he used to have the Lions Den over. All those Lions Den fighters would come over and everything, but he invited all the boys, especially the Canadian boys. They don't got anything else to do because it's not their Thanksgiving. Long story short, it's packed. There's 1 million people there. Those 20 seats are taken. He's got a couple of seats up at the bar. They're taken. A couple of seats in the kitchen. And I think he even had like an old poker table he played when him and Boss Rutan and Frank Shamrock before the fallout, they would play poker at that table. And they used that for some of the other guests too. But Christian had nowhere to sit. He was last to the party. He got hung out, last in the food line. Nowhere to sit. Well, Ken and Ken's wife, they busted out these TV trays. They folded them up. They were hung up on the wall. I pulled them off the wall, folded them up, put them right there in front of the couch. And Christian sat there in front of the TV, watched some football with his meal right on there. But nobody had ever seen this. He, for sure, had never seen one of these before. He took these back to Canada and monopolized them and started selling them across Canada and made his fortunes. And that's part of the reason. He was injured. That's why he had to retire. But another big 50% of that reason was he was selling Christian TV trays up in Canada. I'm fairly certain this is all true. That's how I remember the story. Somebody fact check me on that, but you know, be on the lookout for Christian's TV trays up there in Canada. It's a patented thing up there. But a very solid Christian in the yellow. We have one very similar to this in the white as well, but this yellow just pops. I love the red C, the red C on the side of the tights. A very, very solid figure. I like this 3-pack. I always did. I always admired it from afar. I've never owned this in my life. It was much harder back in the mid-2000s when this came out to get things from Canada. You could through eBay and stuff, but it was a lot harder back then. And people, you know, it was just wasn't as big of a figure community back then. That's for sure to get things like this. You could, but it'd be a lot easier now. There's a lot of Facebook groups or stuff like that, you know, that you can get stuff out of. So there you go. A very, very solid 3-pack. If I had to rank them in order, I'm probably putting Jericho #1 because of that hockey stick. I think that really adds a nice touch to Jericho, knowing his history and stuff. But Christian's a strong #2, especially getting that TV dinner tray. I mean, this is a Jakks accessory. If somebody in the comments, let me know. Has this ever been released another way? I think this is the only time this has ever been released. And that is cool in my book because we all love Jakks accessories. And just a random chair with this one. This would be Trish Stratus' chair. I'd love to say there was a story about this chair. Unfortunately, no story. This was just a random chair. Jakks, what are you doing? Random accessory? That doesn't make any sense. Why would they ever do that? Anyways, like I said, Jericho #1, Christian #2, Trish #3, just because the TTL women's body. Nothing too special there, but a very solid 3-pack. I recommend this one. A little pricey if you want it mint on card. I could see, you know, being happy with a white tights or a different tights Christian. There's not a lot of skin in the game. It's not like these are the only incarnations of these figures, so I could see some people passing on it. But I'm very happy I got it. I got it at a great price. You guys know I'm working to complete my collection of Jakks figures. So these go in and fit right in there, and I'll get that off the old checklist and be done with that one. So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And for Trish Stratus, Christian, Chris Jericho, the TV tray, Christian TV tray, the black chair, and the hockey stick, I'm Kyle. I'll see you guys all real soon.